Hey, this is Mr. Nichols. I thought I would make a quick video to try to get you to understand what I want you to do since I'm not there, rather than trying to have my sub figure it out. So hopefully you're watching this now. So the other day we set up the experiment with the 10 seeds and the 4 different Petri dishes and worked through that. If you were absent, you'll have to go back and look at how that was all set up on Canvas. You can see the videos that were there. If you were here, we identified what the problem was. We were just trying to see if certain solutions or concentrations affected seed germination and growth. We set up the experiment. We thought what we think would happen. We wrote up our procedures for how we were going to do the experiment. Now in this, you want to make sure that you are really clear. Don't write this for me, assuming that I know what you exactly did. Write this for someone that maybe is clueless, doesn't have any idea how to do this. So instead of saying, mix up a 2% solution, tell the person how to make a 2% solution, okay? So you may want to do a rough draft on another sheet of paper, get it organized, and then transfer it here. But you want to be pretty specific here. It's one of the things I'll look at is how well you write your procedures. You have your hypothesis, you set that up, you identified your independent variable, your dependent variable, the things that you were keeping constant, your control line, or your control run, what you're comparing it to. You had one of those, and you only did this experiment one time. It's not like you did it multiple times. So this graphic organizer is universal. It's not necessarily something that's only specific to this lab. We'll use it for some other things. So not everything on it applies to this lab. You have in each one of these, when we collect the data, which you are doing today, you counted the number of seeds and the length of the seeds and all these kinds of things. So your independent variable is the thing that you changed or the thing that you manipulated. Sometimes we call that the manipulated variable. What was that thing that you manipulated or changed? That was the percent of the concentration of the substance that you were testing to see if it would affect seed germination. So the example I'll use is, let's say, salt concentration. So your label is salt concentration. Your units is percentage, 1%, 2%, or whatever. So I would have a my control, which is a 0%. I might have a 1%, a 2%, and a 3%. Okay, those are the ones that I kind of looked at, and I wanted to test because we had 4 Petri dishes. I then have over here my Y1, what was the thing that I am measuring, or the thing that's happening because of the thing that I changed. In this case, it's the number of seeds germinated, or percent germination. So this would be a percent germination. So let's say I had 100% in there. Let's say I had a 50% there, a 25% there, and a 0% there. Okay. My Y2, this one is how long is the length of the germination. So how much germination occurred, because it's not just the number of seeds germinated, how well did they germinate? Maybe they were a little bit slow or stunted. So here would be the average length in millimeters. So the units would be the average, and I'll abbreviate, average length. So in my control, let's say the average was 5 millimeters. The average in my 1% was 2. This one was 1, and the average of this one was 0.5. So the average of those 10. I'll make some observations here, and this would be things that maybe the data doesn't show here that you see, like, wow, none of these had leaves yet, or they were really pale in color, or they were bright green in color, or they were pale at certain concentrations and bright green at others. So you'd have to kind of look at that and see, and it'll depend on the substances you use. Not everybody will have the same observations. You will then sketch your data. Okay, that's over here. You'll sketch that here. All good data. our graphs have these kinds of characteristics, so you want to make sure you have those characteristics. You can just check those off as you go. So here's your y-axis, which is here. So this would be percent concentration. Your x-axis is the number of concentrations of salt. So I'd have the different concentrations here. And I would set that up, and I would graph that. Your y2, if you're really clever, you know that you can graph this on here, or if you don't want to have to figure out how to do that, you could make another data tape or another graph and attach it to this. You'll then fill in your analysis, kind of tells you what to do here. You will then flip it over and you'll work through these various questions that will help lead you towards your conclusion. Okay? So your conclusion you're going to write in the format of claim, evidence, and reasoning. So I'm going to have my sub show you a quick little 6-minute video on claim, evidence, and reasoning so that you can kind of get an idea of how to write up your conclusions using this format. So you'll have a claim, and you may want to be really, deliberate on this and say, here's my claim. You'll have things written here. You would then have your evidence, and you would have things written there. And then you would have your reasoning, and you would have things written there. That way you know that you don't miss this. Your claim is really easy. Your evidence, well, you'll go back and you'll use this data that's here. And then your reasoning is, why did the evidence, or how does the evidence support your claim? So you may have to think about, well, what things are necessary for seeds to germinate? How is the substance that I used probably made a difference or didn't make a difference? You're going to have to look at some scientific reason of why that is. You may have to really think on this. The reasoning is pretty tough. Okay, you're going to have to think through that a little bit, maybe brainstorm with some other people, maybe even brainstorm with the sub on things that might be scientific reasons of why that is occurring. Okay, so I really look highly upon your conclusion. I look really upon your data here, and I look at your procedures. So those are the areas that I'm really going to focus on for this lab that are good and accurate, and you put your best effort in there. So once this video is over, if my sub will put up the claim, evidence, and reasoning video from the YouTube channel, that will help the students, and then just go for it and get the data collected and start filling in this lab sheet, because this will be due shortly. Have a great Thanksgiving. Talk to you guys. Bye.